afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the full moon in Aquarius happening on August the 22nd or August the 23rd, depending on where you are on the planet. Okay, so let's get started here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions and see what messages Spirit has for this full moon period for you, Cancer. What needs to be released? What needs to be healed? What emotions are coming to the surface for you, Cancer? Oh, we got two there. Let's take them because I grabbed both. Okay. Okay, and on the bottom we got don't let pride get in your way. Okay, let's see here, Cancer. So it looks like Spirit is guiding you towards, let's see here, you have a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, so if this resonates for you, there is something that is coming to a resolution, something that was personal and something that involved a lot of hard work. Your hard work is paying off. Okay, oh wow, this is a theme here. The end of a rough cycle approaches. Yeah, you're definitely ending something here through this full moon energy, Cancer. Those three cards together, we have the full moon in Cancer, new moon in Capricorn, and full moon in Capricorn. So you are definitely doing some work here to release some things that were very challenging for you on a personal level. That involved a lot of work on your part. And the message here is, what do you need to release? And on the bottom of the deck, we see, don't let your pride get in the way. So this is feeling like a situation that is coming to a close that may have been, you know, a relationship. This is sort of feeling like a relationship to me. Let's clarify all of this with tarot to see what messages we can get here for you, Cancer. I'm just trying to get the cards in view here. I usually only take 3, but these 4 really wanted to come out. There we go. Just move them down a bit. Okay, Cancer. Let's see what's going on for you. So for this personal issue reaching a resolution, full moon in Cancer. So full moon in your sign is the first card we got. This is a full moon reading for Cancer, so it looks like it's fitting here. A personal issue reaches a resolution. And I had a hard time saying that, and the card is very blue. This is a blue full moon coming up. I think this is something that needs to be communicated, something that you've been working really hard on here. Let's see, a personal issue reaches conclusion. Okay. Yes, we see the Page of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So you're going to be getting that judgment that you've been waiting on. And Page of Pentacles really says, be gentle with yourself because this was difficult. Yeah. This was difficult, but you are going to get the judgment, the karma card, right? The judgment card here that says that this is truly reaching the end of something and the end outcome is about to appear. So we've got an issue resolving itself. Very clear messages for Cancer here. Now your hard work is paying off. Ooh, the Lovers, Gemini. The Lovers, your hard work is paying off. So this suggests to me it was a relationship where you had to make a very difficult choice. There's a personal matter about this and you're about to reach the end of this. Yeah, there is something in a relationship here for you, Cancer. This is very specific, probably not going to resonate with everyone, but if you're watching and it resonates for you, let me know in the comments below. Something is coming to an end. Yeah, it could be a relationship that you're finally going to see the truth about, and you're going to have that communication, and there's going to be a new beginning from this. There's Page of Pentacles energy suggests that this is going to be the end, which is opening up for a new beginning. The end of a rough cycle approaches. Thank you. We see the King of Rods, King of Wands. So you're going to be ending something in order to evolve again. Just like the King of Rods knows that in order to change, There must be time dedicated to evolving, to generate change. We sometimes have to change ourselves before we can express that change in the external world. And your ending of a cycle is going to open up a brand new window for you, which is why we see what do we need to release. And don't let your pride get in the way, which is a full moon in Leo. The sun just left Leo and entered Virgo. Today on August 22nd. So this is the last day of the sun in Leo. So it's interesting to see these messages here for you. I think Cancer is about to have a fiery end to a situation that was very difficult. I'm looking at it. It seems like a relationship to me that is going to lead to the beginning of something new. So even if it feels like it was really hard to get through, I think it's going to lead to your evolution here when I see that King of Rods. Let's see here. What do I need to release? What does Cancer need to release? Yeah, there's some truths you have to face. There's some truths you have to face here, Cancer, about this relationship. And maybe you need to, it's that idea of feel it, heal it, and release it. You need to release whatever truths, and I feel like this could be with a conversation. I really feel that these two blue cards are suggesting that with this air energy of the Five of Swords, that in order to release this, there may be one final conversation that has to happen before this is released. And maybe it's a conversation you have just with yourself. But it does appear that there is a truth that must be faced before this new cycle is going to start. Now, when we see don't let your pride get in the way, let's have a look. Oh, that came out fast. The Seven of Swords jumps out of the deck. Now that says to me, be authentic, but don't let your pride get in the way. That makes sense. The Seven of Swords is always a question of, how much of myself is authentic and how much is just being diplomatic. And it's sort of a card that suggests that you would rather be yourself without having to talk about it. And it's interesting because don't let your pride get in the way suggests that with these cards here, it says to me that you're going to realize the truth and then feel like, it doesn't really matter if you speak to the person about it or not, as long as you take that truth that you realized here in the Five of Swords. There's your Five Swords. And you've left two behind here. That's, that really says to me that it's almost like you're going to take authenticity over that relationship. This is only going to resonate for a few of you because it's pretty specific. And I'm seeing light traces all over my room right now. It's funny. I really think you're going to opt to just accept the truth and not have the conversation. And it's with a person. I really feel it could be a Gemini because of this Lovers card, or it could be a Capricorn because of where it's landed in your reading here. You have a new moon and a full moon in Capricorn. So it's very interesting that it's almost, I'm getting the feeling like you're going to realize the truth, and that's all you're going to need. You're not going to need to have a conversation with anyone, and not letting your pride get in the way, I think, is part of that, is that you're going to not see it as necessary to be right. You know what I mean? Or, you're just going to move on. It's almost like you're going to see the truth of it and not need to have that conversation. You're going to get the judgment and you're going to start your new path, right? It's interesting. And we see the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here, which really is consistent with this idea that you're going to shake up your life pattern. You're going to make a choice to change things up. And I think it has to do with a relationship ending. There's a relationship ending here, like a romantic relationship is coming to an end, but it's been difficult. It's been hard work and it's been a tough cycle. And you're going to release it and you're going to move forward without having any need to really discuss it with the person. And it's going to shake up things. It's going to start a whole new cycle and a new life pattern for you. It's a very specific message for a Cancer listening right now. Interesting. Okay, so let's see here. Or, the other thing that I just got this idea in my mind, that it could also be a situation where you're ending a relationship so that you can be authentic in a new relationship or in your relationship with yourself. I definitely see that some relationship is ending, and it feels like Capricorn or Gemini energy. But it's interesting. It could be releasing something from the past that was a relationship, right? This personal issue, something triggering you in the present, full moon in Cancer, something triggering you now from the past is going to be the end of that cycle so that you can release it and start a new cycle. So that's not to suggest that if you're in a relationship right now, Cancer, and you're listening to this, that means that relationship is going to end. It might mean that your dependence or codependence on a relationship from the past is going to end. Okay, so let's clarify a little bit further with this deck and see what messages we have for this personal issue reaching a conclusion. What's going on here for Cancer? We see flow. So this is something that, if this is resonating for you, there's that beautiful full moon again. This is something that intuitively you already know about. Intuitively, you know about this situation coming to an end and you starting a new beginning. Okay, so this, if it's resonating for you, this has been intuitively on your mind. Now, this hard work is paying off with the Lovers card. We see inner peace. I think you're going to choose yourself. I think you're going to choose inner peace and harmony over this relationship where it was really hard, and that this cycle has to come to an end, but that it's going to leave you with balance and inner peace, which is also a message here. You're going to make a choice here. This hard work, this Lovers card, is also about making a balanced and harmonious choice within relationship. And I think you're going to find inner peace once you do make that choice. I think it's going to end. I think that's the thing, is that you're going to see this end, and that's going to lead to your inner peace. And that inner peace card is so beautiful because you've got those two koi fish, which sort of symbolize to me very much that Cancer energy within you. And I think you're going to pick yourself here, Cancer. I really do. Okay, now we see another message, very similar, all these cards, that the end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle. And then we see the King of Rods. Ooh, two cards fly out. We see fulfillment and love. Wow. With that King of Rods, who evolves over and over again. There's another full moon right there. I think that this is really coming in to say that once this cycle closes, you will feel that fulfillment. You will, and it will be love-based. I really think you're going to be heading into a new dimension of emotion after this other one ends. You're going to feel love and inner peace and fulfillment from this tough cycle finally ending. There is something coming to an end that is leading to a new beginning full of inner peace, love, abundance, and fulfillment. Now, what do you need to release? We see the Five of Swords under what you need to release, which says there's a truth you have to accept. Ooh, it's interesting. Look at that. The truth you have to accept. It could be that you need to go off on your own. You are a leader. Look at that. So you are not a follower. You can't follow along in this scenario anymore. It's time for you to strike out on your own. That's where we see that Leo energy and the Seven of Swords of authenticity. That's the truth you're going to be facing, is that you are a leader, and that you could have a significant new chapter to start that involves you being in a leadership position. And it's going to be so fulfilling. Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, the Seven of Swords here under don't let your pride get in the way. So we're being authentic, and there's abundance. I said abundance earlier when I said it's full of abundance, and there it is. You being authentic is going to lead you to a path of abundance, Cancer. So you need to be very abundant. You need to be very authentic, excuse me. You need to focus on being authentic. That is your sort of focus for this full moon, is to be authentically you. And you are going to find everything here. You are going to find inner peace, love, fulfillment, abundance. You're going to be a leader. You're going to be in flow. This is a spectacular reading. And I think it has to do with forgiveness. You have to forgive something, Cancer. You need to forgive something in order to head into this balanced love, fulfillment, inner peace. Wow. I would say you're going to forgive something in yourself, and you may be needing to forgive another individual as well. But sometimes we just need to forgive ourselves for participating in something that didn't feed our higher self, something that we should have, if we loved ourselves more in the moment, we would have left earlier. So sometimes we just have to forgive ourselves for being in that moment, or allowing that experience to go on longer than it needed to, because that's how we learn. And like, look at all of these cards. A personal issue reaches resolution. Your hard work is paying off. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And then what do you need to release? And don't let your pride get in the way. These are all so related. And I feel like love and forgiveness is going to bring you to that inner peace and staying in flow with spirit. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that. If this reading has resonated for you, Cancer, and you would like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we will see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Happy full moon.